It's Power 106, Brown Bag Mornings. Buenos dias. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
We got our primo Xolo Maridueña in here. Hey. You're in here with a song. We listened to it.
Oh my gosh, thank you
and
so much.
And man, I just got to bring it back, I guess, full context, because with you, there's such a connection to Power 106. Your mom being a legendary alumni, a part of the Wake Up Show with Sway and Tech, which is incredible. Yep. And a part of that show, period, was that it has to have substance, you know?
Hey, okay.
And so your music comes and it sounds like if I'm listening to the 90s records, but it's today's sound.
Wow, that's
you
fantastic.
know, I guess talk to me about you being Xolito Crunch, which is a funny name.
That's a cool name.
It is.
Yeah. Crunch, I don't know where that came from, and that was just I was born with that nickname, and then Xolito is that's just a Mexican thing.
Yeah.
But this album came together over the strike. I'd always loved music. I came through with the last track, and that was the first one. Very similar 90s joint, but that's what I grew up on, and that's what I felt most comfortable with. And I guess coming from a world of acting and wanting to present as a different character and wanting to, you know, step into someone else's shoes for a second, that's kind of what I wanted to do with this EP.
Yeah.
So I made this concept album based in and around the world of this movie that I got to work on.
Awesome.
And this song, you know, that y'all are referencing right now is the anthem song. I knew I wanted an anthem song. Like, you know, Los Angeles has got its anthem song. New York has got its anthem song. You know, Jaime Reyes, Blue Beetle, comes from this made-up city, Palmera City, that doesn't exist. You know, what is that anthem song like?
Right.
And, you know, furthermore, getting to do this music video, I'm here born and raised in Los Angeles, you know, like many of the folk in this room as well. So I wanted to make it an LA video, an undeniably LA video. So I got Esteban Oriol, the legendary director, Eric Coleman, a legendary cinematographer, you know, shot MF Doom for, you know, some of the album covers. It was an homage, a love letter to the city that I grew up in, and Tish Hyman, who is on the hook as well, doing the Cure sample, has just one of the most fantastic whole voices I've ever heard, and it fits perfectly in the song. She's the one that folk are like, yeah, this is her song for sure. So.
How was it working with Esteban Oriol? I know you kept it classic with like the black and white cinematography.
Yeah.
How was that process?
That was, you know, I was so, man, I feel so blessed even getting to chat about this. You know, I had most of this planned already. Yo, you know, I'm listening to the song, I'm making the song, I'm already kind of seeing the music video as we're getting to make the song. And nowadays, you know, the music video is expected. If you don't have a music video with the song, it's like, oh, well, you're cutting into like half of the audience. You're isolating half of the folk. A lot of people want to see the visuals nowadays. And so I'm racking my brain. Esteban has been a true supporter. Like we've gone back a few years now and getting to hype each other up at events and seeing him in all of his glory, and of course he's from LA, so I kind of wanted specifically this one to come from that space, and he was just down. Everything that first conversation with him, kind of breaking down what the video was, he was like, all right, I'm down, let's do it. I got the guy to shoot it already, we'll make it happen. He was kind of like, shoot first, we'll ask questions later. You know, he was like, black and white, cool, easier for us, you know, better for color correcting. There we go, no issues there. And then he blessed us with some of his Super 8 footage and some of his Super 16 footage. There's some old, you know, 90s cameras, like you're talking about, real footage that he took over the course of his life. So it was really nice to kind of bridge that gap.
That's awesome.
Super fire. I noticed on the song, the opening line was like a homage to Tribe.
Yeah. Yes. For On My Way, that one, Can I Kick It? Yes, you can, of course. Yeah, no, that's Tribe is heavy in the brain and in the back of my mind. Like, I love, it's undeniable. I love hip hop in general. I love 90s hip hop, but I'm definitely a student of music.
All right, let's talk about acting with you, Xolo. I guess my question is, because I think we all thought maybe we could be actors at one point, or I don't know if it was
I still think
you guys, it's never too late. I promise you guys.
Like as kids, I remember like, I don't know, like crying and then be like, and scene, and then being like, okay, see, I was just kidding, Dad.
Your mom yells at you and you go back to your room, you're like,
like you get, I guess, how was it for you to know that, this is for me?
Oh man!
It went from like maybe playtime or like playing pretend to I could be an actor.
I mean, I'll let you know. There are still days that I have that it's less certain, and you know, there's stuff like the strike or COVID or fires that'll happen that'll kind of put a big roadblock in the way that makes the wall seem taller. I think really looking back on it, so much of it is luck. I was so blessed that literally the first audition that I went out on, and granted it wasn't for a TV show or anything, it was for a Sears commercial, okay?
Wow.
Going from doing theater to doing the Sears commercial. This first audition that I had back at 10 years old, I managed to book that. The very first one. I think had I not had that bit of confidence that literally the first experience gave me, I can't say that any of the other stuff would have happened, because at that time in my life, I gotta be honest, I was kind of like a 2 or 3 and then quit it type of thing. I played soccer a couple times, got hit once in the face with the soccer ball. I was like, I guess this is not for me, y'all. I'm going to tennis. Tennis is starting next week. So I think it was a little bit of that, and then just my parent, like it being able to develop naturally on my own, and theater being something that I was able to, come to the table with myself, and my parents being just so down and so open encouraging. To that. I knew that even if I didn't, book one audition, I would go back to a delicious meal with my family who loved me so much, and go back to school with my homies who didn't give a frick what the heck I was doing. So I think that.
So love and support is what you had. Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
That's I remember there was like a phone number that you could call to like audition for Disney or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then but then there was a commercial for that, and I called and I made the appointment, and my mom and my dad were like, they're not gonna pick you.
Oh my gosh.
So then I was like, all right.
And sometimes you need a little bit of that too. Like this is why these days, it's
but to them they're like, we didn't want you to be heartbroken. Yeah. So we broke your heart first.
That's and you're like, wow, thank you for doing what nobody asked you to do.
My dad did the similar thing when he took me out of baseball. He was like, you weren't gonna make it anyway, it's fine. He saved you some time. And I'm just like, wow,
Pops, I didn't even hit the growth spurt yet.
Yeah.
But shout out you, I guess. This is like healthy.
This is what happens. This is what happens when you get support.
Look at this Xolo.
They're definitely the best advocates, and then just similarly being, I think I was put in a lot of positions where someone believed I could do something that I didn't think I could do. And there were so many of my roles have come around without me thinking I could achieve them, without me thinking that I could make it happen. And someone else, whether it be a director, a casting director, someone else thought, hey, I think that this kid could do it. And I think...
Start believing in yourself, Xolo. Damn.
I know.
You're like, I won't doubt myself. And then someone's like, bro, you're perfect for this.
You're the freaking Blue Beetle, dog.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You're making me mad.
That was like the best DC movie I've seen in years.
Yeah.
So you get imposter syndrome a lot?
I don't really know what the heck imposter syndrome is. Like, this thing is it's really, it's thrown around a lot, and I don't really know how to grapple around this, but I'll just say that I think it's universal to the youngster experience. Like, I started Cobra Kai when I was 16.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tell me what room you were in at 16 where you felt comfortable. Like, literally very few rooms, probably.
Yeah.
Where you felt like, I could be... And even then, you were like holding the door, hoping that someone didn't bust in. Like, they fucking locked the doors of the high school restrooms.
Wait, what are you guys doing in the restroom?
Yeah.
Dude, people were going like this over the restroom. Like, please. So there were, even the restroom, bro, there were a few times where you could feel like comfortable in your own skin.
I think they meant your restroom, like your house restroom.
Yeah, not high school.
No, but
you have trauma.
I know what he means.
I got 4 sisters too.
I know what you mean. It's like, I hope no one knows what shoes I'm wearing.
I still worry about that today in this bathroom.
They're talking about pooping in the restroom, and no one sees that it's them pooping.
That's why I poop like this. That's why I be perched up like a thief in the night. They're like battleships. I'm playing battleship.
Oh man.
Acting. Would you be in a novella?
Guys. Yes and with the right crew, jump.
Because you have the hair to be like, Veronica, ¿a dónde estabas ayer?
Yeah. Very dramatic.
Yeah.
You got it.
I'm ready to come back from the dead as many times as you want.
The novella inside of the Blue Beetle movie was hilarious.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good one. I actually wanted to watch the real thing.
Maria del Barrio.
With Thalia.
Yeah, this is there's some really cool cuts in that one.
Yeah.
What about y'all? Are you guys in the? Is that the type of acting that you want to do?
Bruh, I act every day.
We're acting a fool.
Pretend I'm okay, and I'm not. Look at you laughing.
Hey, look. I mean, hey, look. Fake it till you make it. You know.
Hey, right.
See, this is the support. He's modeling the support that his parents showed him.
Sometimes you
cut like this, not like this.
Yeah. What did they say?
What's your 13th reason?
Some horizontal for attention, vertical for results.
I've never heard that.
Sorry.
This is my God.
Sorry,
I love this.
That was Seth MacFarlane. That was a Family Guy joke. I don't take credit for that. That wasn't my brainchild.
I like
dark jokes, but that wasn't me. Okay?
Well, I guess, have you ever thought of going from acting to maybe directing or writing
100.
something?
Yeah.
Is that like a natural progression, or is that something like it's either for you or not?
That's a great question. I'm under the belief that anything can be worked on. Mm-hmm. If I'm not a painter today, if I spend every day, this year painting, I bet you by the end of the year I'll be better. I'll be better at least. So I've been at this kind of on this treadmill of the acting for maybe 14 years now. I'll be coming up on 14 years, and I think, like you're saying, there are other ambitions that I have, music being one of them, and kind of I'm so blessed with that. I kind of have the opportunity to make my own music videos now. I can direct my own stuff. If I want to direct, I can, some of even my favorite directors came from the music video world, and it's definitely ambition. I'm not the best writer when it comes to screenplays and stuff. I definitely work better with a partner or with someone to bounce ideas off of, but I'm gonna do it all. Yeah. Like I definitely have a hustle problem in like making all the things I enjoy having to do them. Like, I'm a chatterbox. I'm like, I gotta do a podcast in every week. I'm like,
we gotta be consistent.
I'm like,
gotta come up with subjects.
Topics.
No, this one I'm blessed with a co-host who is the most jellyfish, go with the flow, type person, because we really balance each other out like that. So, I'm gonna do it all, and I want to just do it with the right people and have the most fun. And it's not that serious, but it's that deep.
When trying to do all these things, is it difficult to separate yourself from like the Miguel role?
I think not for myself. I'm living in my skin 100%, I think it's been interesting navigating the parasocial aspect to the relationship.
All right, you gotta define that.
Parasocial in the sense that I'm a forward-facing figure, and people feel like they know who I am because they've seen me, but they actually don't know who I am because they're looking at me through a screen. So they're connecting with me, but it's not me. It's the character, right? When they say, we love you, they don't love me. They don't know me. They know Miguel or Beetle, and
they love my work.
Right? And even that's kind of ambiguous. But when I say that, it's interesting kind of navigating that because for the one, I was blessed with a really positive character.
Right.
I have, other peers who, had worked on characters where they were the villain, and their parasocial relationship is very different. They may be pure folk at heart and are presenting as these characters, and now people are like, I don't like this, I don't like that. I was kind of blessed with the opposite, where people think that I'm actually way more jovial and nice and gregarious than I may actually present. I'm kind of moody. I'm kind of like, I have my ups and downs. I'm definitely...
You're human.
And I think it works in both ways. I have become more positive and more, just more optimistic because of this character that I've gotten to play. And at the same time, I've learned to hold that at an arm's distance to really, hopefully, take in all that love and be, I guess, who people want you to be in this moment, but understand at the end of the day, like, I'm gonna grab a picture with you, and this is what the moment is, but you don't know me. You don't love me.
How do you like feel and respond when people like call you your character's names? Like if they're like out in
that's okay. I get it. I wonder, would you rather have someone say your name incorrectly or the character's name correctly?
I hate when they say incorrectly, or some people call me Rose.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's not my name.
No, he means like his real name.
No, I know.
But in your world,
if they were to be like Xolo.
Yeah.
Xolo.
I think maybe some people are like, dude, I don't want to mispronounce his name, but I know he's Miguel, or I don't know his name. I only know him as Miguel.
Is that why you brought your passport?
Dude, no, I brought my passport because I lost my wallet, y'all, and I needed to make sure that y'all would let me in the building. So.
I mean, I'm Beetle.
Can I see your picture?
Yeah.
By the way, I know we're going back to the parasocial and then how people look at you like as the good guy and all of that, and that's. But I will tell you, or like based off of your role, I will tell you, like if Angie's choking, I'm looking at you.
Oh, okay.
To help her.
I got you.
Like it looks like because he's a superhero. He's like I'm looking for you to save the day.
He's like the first Latino superhero.
Yeah, if there's a cat that needs help saving, I'm not calling the firefighter. You're there.
Sorry, guys. I gotta know how to do this.
I know. Like you're like I'm just a guy.
She's choking. I'm giving her mouth to mouth. Like whoa, that's not how it works.
Oh my gosh, Xolo, you look like Jacob from Twilight.
I thought it would be hard to do a mean face in my phone.
You do look like Jacob.
That is
Dang,
awesome.
bro. He has stamps. Wow.
Yeah, like maybe 100 less pounds, but
Mine's empty.
It's this was
I don't want to hit him.
Thank you. No, I appreciate it.
Yeah, he has to. Yeah, he call it over.
No, that's why the passport was brought in today. If someone finds my wallet, I was just in Detroit. That's where I lost it.
Oh, that's where you lost. That's good. You had your passport. Though.
No, I didn't have my passport.
Oh, because how are you gonna fly? Or it was tough, huh?
Okay, so I'm putting all y'all in some game. If you guys have the ID and you guys have a phone and you have the wallet app. That sometimes you have your Apple Pay, blah, blah, blah. You can put your real ID on there. And I was able to just, like I would in Apple Pay, just scan my ID.
So you have a real ID?
I have a real ID on my phone.
That's a selling point.
Yeah.
I lost my ID and I was able to make it happen. If not, I would have had to go through the lost ID section, which takes an hour, and I would have missed my flight. So.
You're great marketing because we're talking about how no one wants to get that real ID and the deadline passed and all of that. And Vic was saying,
I felt like there was no point to it. It's like, and also they were marketing it terrible, like get it before the deadline, or else you can't fly domestically. And then they kept pushing the deadline back and back. But I was like, bro, what's the point? Because when people tell you to get a passport, it's like because you can travel the world and see all your wildest dreams come true. And then they were like, just get a real ID because we want you to. But now knowing that makes me want to get it.
Like how you said, your real ID, you could have it on your wallet. Now it's like, okay, boom.
I just got to say, I want no issue at the airport. Like, I literally want nothing weird or bad to happen to me at the airport. So I'm trying to do everything that I can to just be like, yo, please just let me go through. Please just let me I don't know. I always get this weird, nervous, antsy thing when I'm going through TSA. I don't know.
Are you hiding something?
He's like, I don't got drugs, but why do I feel like I do?
Are you hiding?
I don't know. When my bag goes through and I'm like, dude,
will they stop it or not?
There?
Yeah.
No, when they do stop it and I'm like, what is it? And they're going through and they're looking through my stuff and they open my magic cards and they,
magic cards.
they looking through my stuff. They're like, what is this? Dumping out my cards. I'm like, stop! They're all in a specific order. I think that's what it is. I'm just traumatized.
And it's really just because your shampoo is a little too big, too many ounces.
Oh, dude! Last time I bought a jug of lotion with me, a CeraVe.
For what?
And dude, I have this you can look at it right now. I have this weird thing about lotioned hands. When my hands are dry, it's maybe OCD or something like that.
Yeah.
So I bought this jug while I was out there and I just threw it in my bag. I forgot.
Yeah.
And the dude got the bag and he just pulls it out and he looks at me. He's like,
Like, why would you?
Shit, might be, my bad. You can keep that for you, sir.
Because Greg has the jumbo size too. They finish like in a day. Yeah.
Sometimes two.
Yeah.
And some baby oil.
There you go. Hey, yo, pause.
Super pause. Sorry. I get really scared too when they have the dog.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't smoke or anything, but I'm like, what is it gonna find? Is it gonna just start barking at me? They have one at Disney. They have one at, at some of the airports where it's just like walk, and I was like, oh my god, he's coming at me. But you're right. The like, what do I have in my bag? Like, what did I bring? And it's like
I can't bring popcorn in here. It's mainly probably because they're just like, we want you to spend money in there.
Yeah,
you can't be. Don't be. I don't know. Blah blah blah.
I wanted to ask about your Magic cards. Do you also do like Pokemon, or is it strictly Magic? Yu-Gi-Oh.
I do have the Pokemon. I don't play it correctly. Like, I don't actually know how to play Pokemon, but I throw the cards down like I do with Magic the Gathering. I'm a master. I was put on by my brother Jacob Scott Thomas Bertrand. He's my professor, my mentor in this whole game, and he showed me the ropes, and that's
Magic the Gathering's a game?
Oh yeah,
it's a card game.
It's a way of life, really. But
he's serious about it.
But yeah, it's basically little pieces of cardboard. That's basically what it is, and they're shiny. Some of them are shiny.
Oh,
but do you go to like competitions?
I have been. Yeah.
What about Labubus and Pop Mart and all that stuff? Have you gotten in there yet? Once you pop?
I got a Labubu. I got a Monchichi.
Yeah, Monchichi. I have a Monchichi too. Besties.
Yeah.
But like once you get like one of those, I guess mystery box type of things. Why?
Yeah. Oh, that's Magic. Yeah. That's gambling. I'm a gambler. You know?
You are.
But I try to keep it. I try to not be a degenerate about it. You know. And
what are you calling me?
So no, Labubu. It's like boom. Like one hit dopamine. Let's do this. Let's.
Really? Because I have this one, and then I have. Hold on. There's his brother, and then there's another one in the car.
See, okay, so this is different type of. This is kind of net positive gambling because you're
you get
paying.
That.
You know exactly what you're getting. You're paying what you get, and sometimes it's even a little bit better when you get one that you didn't expect. Blah blah blah. Gambling in Vegas, net negative.
Yeah.
Never net positive. Only on the downhill.
There he goes with the support again. I know. He's very positive. Because I was actually watching like some guy psychologically talk about the thrill we get from the Labubu Sunny Angels and all of that, and how we're seeking that nostalgia, but people are cashing in on us constantly going for the thrill of what is inside it, what is inside it. But like that's gambling. That's a gambling addiction.
True.
You play blackjack?
I'm not good at it, but yeah, I play. Oh, that's the only card game that I really get down with.
What about War?
Okay, I guess I should say like Vegas card game that I get down with. Just imagine they're like, go fish.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I just lost the house. Go fish.
Hey, Xolo, well, you're really cool, and I just thought that you're like so cool.
Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate you. I could do this all day.
Blue Beetle 2, what's up?
Dude, Blue Beetle 2.
That was honestly, that was one of my favorite movies. I came in here and I was like, you guys, that is the best movie I've ever seen. Dude, did I not say that?
Yeah.
I said that was the best movie I've ever seen.
I appreciate that, bro.
Then he saw the Ninja Turtle movie and came in here and
true.
said,
all right, Blue Beetle's number 2.
Yeah,
Blue Beetle was really good.
That's also true.
And then he saw the Minecraft movie.
But did you?
Do you have the suit?
They said if we make the second one, I get to keep the suit.
Whoa!
So look, I got the Party City one. I gotta say. So.
You got the Party City one.
Yeah.
What are the differences? Do you think that
the chest actually lights up on this one, on the Party City one?
Wow.
So the original doesn't light up, but the Party City one does.
But I wanted to ask you, like, the deeper meaning of that, like, to be one of, or if not the first Latino superhero in like DC Comics. Do you get a lot of like people, kids, stuff like that, now looking at you like a role model, like our Superman in a way? You know what I'm saying?
That's that's really kind words. Thank you for saying that. I think there's a bit of that. There was definitely, going into the making of the movie, I was so blessed that Angel and Garrett, our director and writer respectively, drilled into me, this is bigger than you.
Yeah.
This is bigger than all of us at this point, you know? To this point of, what we were getting at earlier, people may no longer see you as Xolo. People may see you as Blue Beetle, and you might represent something much larger than yourself. But what we are doing in, hopefully opening doors for everyone else's favorite superhero and for someone else, for another youngster to feel represented on the screen is a big, tall ask, and it's a really great pleasure. But it's a responsibility that I don't take lightly, and that I know that I have in the back of my head. So when I'm looking at the next Blue Beetle, at the next project, at the next thing to put my time towards, I'm thinking about that. Who am I representing here? What story are we trying to tell? Who is telling the story? Who is the director? Who is the writer? And with Blue Beetle specifically, we were blessed with like an all-star squad. It was like literally some of the best folk to ever come through, and maybe they hadn't gotten their shot yet, but they were going to get their biggest bite at the apple. And like you said, like, it was actually kind of baller. So I hope, there's a lot of stuff that has to get done over at DC. I'm really excited about Superman. That's the next flick that they got coming out, with James Gunn kind of coming in and being the new leader over at DC, the Kevin Feige of DC, if you will. He's got to change things up, and this Superman is his first thing that he's putting his stamp on. I was so blessed that when he was taking over, Blue Beetle was getting made, and he looked at it and he was like, oh, I love this. Let's continue to champion this character and continue him onto the universe that I'm trying to build. But we got to wait and see. The gears turn slow over at the big machines. So there's going to be a lot of probably work to come out before the Blue Beetle 2,
You even talks in superhero.
Nice. I know.
He talks like a superhero.
Cool. So responsibility. Yeah. Speaking of kids looking up to you, Xolo, do you ever want to play a villain and crush their dreams too?
Oh yeah. Dude. I'm waiting.
So they can be conflicted. Like, we love him in Blue Beetle, but
I gotta be honest.
He did
this thing that I just did. I just got off of this romance, like not rom-com, like rom-drom.
Ooh.
And I kind of like. There's definitely it's the type of movie where half of the people will be rooting for this character, and half of the people will kind of be rooting for this character. So I think this next one will stir up the pot.
Yeah, ways of being like, you.
Hey, yo, especially when it gets into the relationship type stuff. And
oh my god!
And the stuff to twist you and the push your buttons and all that. We got into some of that in this movie, so I think that will be the next frontier for sure.
That's amazing. I'm excited for you for that. I guess not even letting yourself get typecast. Letting yourself
I want to try
whatever.
I want to be a chameleon. I want to disappear into the role, and I'm praying for the day that my parents can watch a movie and be like, oh, I don't see Xolo, because I don't even have that yet. It takes me a couple of watches. It took me like 3 or 4 watches to watch Blue Beetle and not be like, oh, they went with that take. Oh, I remember being there on that day. Oh my gosh. But like dissecting it all, because I was there in the moment, and I wonder, like, is that always going to be that way? I'm in my body. But I think the day that I wear the mask or I don't know, do the thing.
And you really turn into the character, even for the people that know you personally. I get you. Like your mom watching there and she's not seeing, "Oy, mijo."
Mijito. Maybe I'll throw on this voice. Maybe I'll play a radio. This is the smooth way.
Your mom must be very entertained by you. I think you're both of your parents. Because that's what I'm thinking. Like, maybe you were little and kind of doing all this stuff. And they're like, we got to get this kid in theater.
My mom's main reaction was eye roll. That was her main, her main.
It's a thing we do. It comes after we give birth to you. The eye roll just pops in her brain. Like,
she wears a smile on her face, but most of the time it just feels like I'm playing to a crowd of one back at
home. And you're killing it in your eyes. I'm doing great.
I just dominated that interaction. I'm just like, I killed, bro. I'm like, oof.
Go give me some water, Xolo.
I gotta write this down. I got a journal about this.
Xolo, you're hilarious. I have one more question before we go. There's a lot of biopics are happening. We just saw Shyamalan.
Timothy Chalamet. Yeah. He was great.
But I guess, who would you like to biopic? Like, play in a biopic? Right now you're giving me hella P-Rod, but I don't know that he's going to have like a biopic.
Wow. Oh, they definitely could do a skater flick.
Because doesn't this one look like P-Rod? Or like a young
P-Rod?
Yeah, that's true.
I love P-Rod. He's the man. And definitely, all you got to do is throw me in a cool pair of shoes and I'll be there.
That part. But is there someone that you're like, I would sign up to play them in their biopic?
That's a great question.
Well, answer it so that I can save it so that when it happens.
I'd say the person that first comes to mind is Santana. I think that would be a really cool...
so dope.
I just got to watch his documentary recently.
Amazing.
And I think just kind of in the same vein as Timothée Chalamet, I think it's like really cool. I think music is so important,
right?
And I mean, y'all know here, like it's truly worldwide, even if you don't even understand the language, and especially for that of someone who plays an instrument, like that's a universal language. And just his doc was so fantastic, and that's a great one. But I don't know, I really don't want to call things out before they happen, because you know it's foolish to say things out loud. And
not when you're you, because you got like the support of your family and the universe.
They'll be like, yeah, it can happen, mijo.
Everybody that
like Fast and Furious for family.
Exactly.
You can do anything. We can tightrope this car for sure.
Nice. How good or bad, and there's no wrong answer, is your Spanish? How would you rate your Spanish?
Okay, so I would rate my Spanish, speaking it, I definitely, off a couple drinks, I'm pretty good. I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest. I think most of my barrier with Spanish is the insecurity of not knowing the next word, you know? And, you know, with a shot of tequila, that goes right away.
Yeah, like maybe it might be like a mental thing. And because
it's definitely
of
a mental barrier, but I'd say understanding through and through, I'm good. When it comes to certain moments like these, I would definitely be nervous, like coming up on here and doing an interview that's live, fully in Spanish, just because I would feel like it'd be a lesser version of myself. Like this is how I express myself the best, and I'm definitely slowly but surely getting to learn how to express myself better in other languages. But
that's a great answer. Let me tell you around the room, like this guy is like Nacho Libre Spanish is better than his Spanish.
Hey, look, I mean,
Angelica, could you please explain yours?
I watched Shrek in Spanish. I learned English actually when I was 8.
There you go.
So that's pretty good. And then Victor, can you?
I'm like más o menos.
Okay.
So.
I'm all right.
He looks the part for sure.
I look like it.
I'm trying to learn Nahuatl. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, tight. That's the language of our ancestors.
It's the language of my name. You know, so
my Spanish gets me by with my suegros, but I know for sure they're like, "Ay, mijo, like why did he choose me to marry?" That's definitely like because I'll be like, "Yeah, cómo se dice?" and they're gonna be like, "Otra si sabiera or sabía."
Wow.
Supiera. Sí, and then they're like, okay, Leti.
Yeah, I think there's so many things in this life.
So
that you
now
could be
that you've heard our Spanish, stop trying to take the combo, okay?
Okay.
Now that you've heard our Spanish, we want to play a game with you. Based on our description,
would you like to play a game?
Who would you want to play against?
Time to play the game. Oh, okay. Based on our description,
like of him, Nacho Libre speak.
Well, I'll play against you. We're right here.
Oh, wait, you can't play against me because I have the cards. Wait, Greg, explain your Spanish. How would you be like?
I'll play with Greg. We'll play. Let's do it.
Somebody ordering a Taco Bell thinking it's a Mexican restaurant.
That's his Spanish.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's that. Then there's full learn English at 8.
I have to play with one person. I can't play with everyone.
Whoa,
Hey, yo. I'm an equal opportunist, all right?
Everyone can get some brains. Okay, she's like full on expert mode.
All right.
This is beginner
mode.
Okay.
This is
intermediate.
Like
Maybe I should play with you.
Oh, you're that confident?
Oh, no, I'm not. But I feel like if you're an expert and I'm not an expert, like I would love to see, you know, where I stand.
There's $1,000 on the line. If you lose against her, you're paying us. If you win against her, 1,000 high fives right to you.
Ooh, okay, Greg, you're on. Right?
All right,
go, Greg.
All right, what's happening?
All right, so I have some cards.
Oh goodness. Okay.
To you, Sabo. Okay. Greg.
Yes.
Ankle in Spanish.
Oh shit.
What is it?
PS.
Ooh, okay, that's
you're
like
cute.
Yes.
Yeah.
BS.
Tobillo.
Oh,
Tobillo. Did you know that?
Hell no. Look. Okay.
Xolo.
Yeah.
Ship, like a ship in Spanish.
Oh man. Okay, a ship. Can you use it in a sentence? What's the etymology?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
What?
En el mar hay un... It's right there. Your mouth is already making...
I feel like... I want to say like... I'm thinking the word motorboat is coming to my mind right now. Like,
hey, yo!
Whoa!
Why'd you look there?
a boo boo. I don't know. I don't know.
That's insane. The word motorboat is coming to my mind.
I don't know. Eyes up here, Xolo.
That was insane.
Te pasas.
So do you know how to say ship? Yes or no?
That's the way to look.
It's barco.
Dude, I knew that.
No, you didn't.
You thought motorboat.
You were just
I literally don't. I've heard that so many times.
barco. Yeah. We just talked about barco.
It's okay.
You were distracted. I get
Arco
it.
iris, rainbow.
Okay. Say donkey in Spanish, Greg.
Burro.
Hey, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, you're giving him that one?
Say vacuum in Spanish.
What?
Oh, that's easy.
Bitch, I barely know how to say vacuum in English. Why are there two U's next to each other?
You're right.
Greg never wins. He's winning you right now.
Because you gave him an animal. Yo, I promise you, when you take Spanish class, the first lesson is not vacuum.
It's not.
¿Dónde está la
Vacuum.
vacuum?
Aspiradora.
Damn, that was my second choice.
Okay.
Almost. You're
It was
almost
right on the tip of my tongue.
Okay. Greg. Ring. Like a ring. Like I have.
Anillo. They should be first up. They should be first to the chase.
Let's give him
you're
a
right.
point. Yes,
Yeah,
no point.
you got
Sorry,
it. You
Greg,
got
I
it.
just-
Okay.
If I was only gonna get one word, what is it? Is that right?
Yeah. Okay, 1-1, all right? Whoever says it first then.
Okay.
Snail. You said animal, so there you go.
Ruflata. Ruflata. That's my guess.
Turbo.
This is the craziest game that we've had.
It's actually way better when they don't know.
Yeah.
Dude, have you seen those videos of the Mexican moms guessing words in English? And they're like, ¿Cómo se dice, tiburón in English? And they're like,
Tiburón. Yeah.
like, correcto.
Yeah. Yes. And anything they say, they go,
correct.
I know exactly what you're talking about. All right, Angie, would you like to tell them snail in Spanish?
Caracol.
Caracol.
Caracol. Sopa de caracol.
Dude, honestly, all Spanish words are like Taylor Swift songs. Like, I don't know it, and then I hear it, and I'm like, I knew it. Come on.
Okay.
Caracol.
Spider.
Araña.
There you go.
You got it.
Come back in the year. Come back in the year.
Okay.
Okay. Left. Like.
Izquierda.
Oh,
They both said at the same
Time.
time. They both said at the same time.
I get them mixed up.
Yeah. That's what he did.
Is there like a... Okay, what do you do?
Derecho.
Ah, okay. All right.
You just did gang signs.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Left the gunplay.
Okay. Library.
Biblioteca.
Wow.
Oh, now you guys are sharing a brain.
There's two brainy smurfs.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, give us a tough one.
All right. Century.
Centenario or century?
Centura.
You're kind of close, but I'm not going to give it to you.
Okay.
A word. Oh no, actually, a penalty word would have been centoria, and you said centorario or something. Siglo.
Siglo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Siglos
okay.
de los siglos. All right.
Siglos de los siglos.
All right. You said you wanted embarrassed.
Ooh, see, this one's supposed to trick you because you think you're about to say pregnant, but you gotta say something else.
The right word you gotta say. Verga's in it.
What?
E verga. La verga.
No.
La verga.
La verga.
Are you locking in? Is that your final answer?
Okay.
Wow, or something. Yeah.
Avergonzado.
Avergonzado.
Yeah.
That's a hard one.
That's it.
Avergüenza? Is that?
Vergüenza.
Vergüenza.
Yeah.
Pero
To be embarrassed.
avergonzado.
Yeah,
Estoy
okay.
avergonzado.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard that one too.
Envelope.
Carta. No, that's a letter.
That's a good one.
That's what you put in the envelope. I only use postcards.
I don't know when's the last time I used envelope either.
Sobre.
Oh, yeah. That's a tough one, too.
All right, do I get to take this game home with me?
Your study.
Skirt. Like a skirt. Like she's wearing a skirt. Mm-hmm.
That's a... I mean...
Bruh. So easy.
What's the first letter?
F.
That's a... that's a...
Falta.
Falta? No, that means missing.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
What?
Close. You're close.
Close.
Steal it. He's close.
What?
Julio. What's the second one?
Falda.
You said it with the T.
You said falta.
Falta.
Oh, damn. You had
That
it.
was close.
All right. Is this one for all the bones or what?
I'm going to say the word in Spanish. You're going to tell me what it means in English.
Okay.
Chicharo.
Chicharro. Okay, that's clear. That's a bird. It's a bird specifically from Australia.
Greg, a soccer player? I know Chicharito is a soccer player. It's a nickname. But Chicharo is what? A Chicharo is a what?
Use it in a sentence.
That's a pigskin right there. Yeah.
Chicharrón.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Use it in a sentence. English sentence.
Cómete este chicharo.
Okay, well, so it's an adjective, or is it a?
It's a noun.
Okay.
Noun.
Bruh.
Yeah.
It's what you call someone who it's an amputee.
It's a pea. It's a pea.
Oh my God.
Eat your peas. A pea.
I
A
didn't even know that.
vegetable.
I don't eat vegetables.
Okay.
A PEA. I had no idea what that was.
That was a pig.
Okay.
We gotta do a winner takes all.
That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, actually, if you get you shouldn't want that because he has one, you have two.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Winner takes all.
No, winner takes all. Yeah, let's do it.
Of this next
All
one.
marbles,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
What a superhero.
Granizo.
Granizo. Oh man.
Oh man, guess we're both gonna take nothing.
This is a tool that you use in the kitchen.
Keep going. Yeah. Keep going.
You might find this in a drawer.
Use it in a sentence again.
Oh man.
Afuera veo granizo.
Cloudy?
No.
Rain.
No.
No, that's you. Yeah.
Vic, stay
You're
out
not.
of it, Vic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're not part of the game, Victor.
Sorry.
Maybe is it like it's
Foggy?
You said that already.
Twice. Still wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
it's really cold. It's like really cold outside.
And then it's hail. It's hail.
Oh, hail. What hail?
See,
What
okay,
hail?
but tell me, in your however many years living here in Los Angeles, when are you ever going to use the word for hail?
Right.
Unless it's like, is there like it's raining cats and dogs in Spanish? We're like, it's hailing and
Yeah,
pouring.
probably.
It happens not often, but it helps.
It's hailing.
Yeah.
Okay, you know this one.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't know that.
Okay. All right, you guys. Cortina.
Cortina.
Knife.
Hey, yeah, that's,
They're never gonna win. I know. That's forever.
Use it in a sentence.
Cortina.
Yeah. Cierra la
You got this.
cortina.
Oh, the drawer.
No.
Shelf.
No.
Window.
You're done. You're done.
yeah,
Xolo.
it's a cabinet.
Curtain.
Curtain.
Maybe
It's
you
a curtain?
maybe you need tequila, huh? So you can like.
maybe, I mean, look, we're like doing I Spy, looking
Okay.
around the house
Contraseña.
here. Contraceptive. Guys,
Whichever
save
one
me
of
here.
you says something.
Are
that
you a
I
team
did
player
first. Estirar.
okay, guys, did we forget? Did we forget
Primavera.
that? I don't think we're playing this game the way. Wait, Primavera. This is the morning.
No. Piscina.
A pool.
Yes! Finally! Finally! We have a winner!
I'm the Spanish god.
I just demolished that interaction!
Dude.
Let's go! Xolo sí sabe!
Sí sabe.
Sí sabe. Sí sabe. Sí sabe.
Would you like to
Actually-
thank anybody for your Spanish?
Of course, I would love to thank Myself.
Yeah.
I only have myself to blame for my lack of Spanish.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank my mom for raising me on Spanish and thank my elementary school for taking it away.
That's real.
That's real. That's real. Power 106 Brown Bag Morning. Xolo! Maridueña. Sorry, primo right there.
This was so fun. I shouldn't have come in a hoodie because I'm sweating. Y'all really made me.
Thanks. Bruh, you turned up crazy. That was so cool.
That was fun.
Keep it here. It's Power 106.